Let's go. Anybody here? Anybody live? Let's make this happen. Oh. What's going on? What's going on, Postal fam? Is everybody cool? Is everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you irie? Are y'all feeling irie? Ooh, let's see what we got here. All right, we're going to delve into the video in a couple seconds. Who's awake? Is everybody awake? Let's make it happen, baby. First off, I got to, what's going on, Fi? First off, I got some information one of you guys shared with me, so I'm going to pass this information on, and I got a caller that's going to be calling in a few minutes. So let me do the first things first is the hellos to everybody. Phi Beta hitters. Okay, Utah, what's good? Mailman Joe, Kissimmee, Florida. That's not too far from where my timeshare is, and my daughter's in the vicinity. All right, cool. Thank y'all for tuning in for a few minutes with the old man. Anybody else gonna say hi before I get into the goodies? All right, so let's talk. Thank you for one that shared this information with me. And I believe that this information, what's going on, NDC, Jersey City, Jay, I like the name. This is probably gonna go into effect for every craft. So what I'm talking about, what's going on, Detroit. I'm actually seeing, I ain't even my glasses. Every craft, and this has to do with the hours that are carried over. What am I talking about? Well, we're going to try and read it. All right. Annual leave carryover and exchanged. Attached. Please find the memorandum of understanding. That's what an MOU is. An MOU is when they make amendments to our contract. So if we have a contract set and they have things set in stone, they can make a memorandum of understanding. They can edit the contract to typically help us. All right, memorandum of understanding attached to the memorandum of understanding with the APWU Workers Union addressing annual leave carryover and exchange provisions for leave year 2024. Now, I'm only going by what the person sent me. What's going on, Texas? And the person that sent it to me, I'm sure that there is going on with the carriers as well as the mail handlers, but I could be wrong. Nashville in the house, we see you. Again, this is an understanding between the United States Postal Service and the Postal Workers Union. See if I could get this bigger. There we go. Now I can see. The parties agree that for the leave year 2024, regular workforce career employees covered by the USPS APWU agreement may carry over 520 hours of accumulated annual leave from the leave year 2023 to the leave year 2024. Some of you guys are new, but okay. Was for the okay, cool. So what does that mean? That means if for some reason you guys accumulate 520 hours throughout the year, Deltona, all right, you guys got some nice skydiving up there. If you carry over 520 hours, you can use that and bring it over into the next year. Typically, they won't allow you to go over. It was like 440 before. Now it's up to 520, which is good. All right, that memorandum of understanding will expire on 2024, December 31st. Also, it says annual leave exchange for the leave year 2024. The parties agree that career employees will be allowed to sell back a maximum of 80 hours of annual leave prior to the beginning of the leave year 2024, provided the following two criteria are met. Selling back, that means if you got If you got some hours and you want to get cash for those hours, you can sell 80 hours back at the end of the year. That's good. You spend all your Christmas money, you get a little extra check. The employee must be at the maximum leave carryover ceiling at the start of the leave year, and the employee must have used fewer than 75 sick leave hours in the year of 2023. In all other respects, the provisions of the annual leave exchange program will remain unchanged. That means don't call out for sick leave, I guess. Use fewer than 75, and you have to be at the maximum. So if you got, like, let's say you at 520 and you continue to accumulate. Some people got like 700, 800, 900 hours, but you can't carry that over into the next year. So you got to use some of that for your vacation. And then if you get down to the point where you're at, 500 and some change, you can sell 80 back. Get that little change in your pocket, whatever your pay rate is. All right. So if you make it $25 an hour and you sell back the 80, that's probably like $2,000. You get a check at the end of the year on top of your final check for $2,000. That's helpful. People like that. And that's that. That's that. So I have somebody that wanted to call and vent. But first off, is anybody getting hours? Are you guys getting any money? Like, these people are out here just starving everybody. It's crazy. I have a friend in California. She said she's down to 8 hours for the week. Wataguanje. Who makes that? Who does that? That's insane. And somebody else making 12 hours in New York. Who can survive off of that? I don't understand that, but they're saying we short-staffed. You TTO, I'm assuming. Yes, I'm a TTO. I drive a little truck. And we're going to go to it right now. Let's see what we got. Remember, you on the line with JH. Now, I'm going to start for a second, and if you guys can hear the person, just give a thumbs up.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Can you guys hear? Anybody? Can you guys hear? Go ahead. Run your mouth a little bit there, young lady.
Yeah, because I'm sick of this. So that's going to be my name from now on. It's going to be sick of this, okay?
Oof.
Because I'm sick of this.
Oof.
So let me tell you what's happening in my station now. So I work at a big station. We have over 68 routes in the station, okay?
Okay.
And as of today, we're being told as CCAs, our start time has been pushed back from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., cutting 2 hours of our day.
Okay, can I stop you right there for a second?
Sure.
They're cutting you 2 hours off of your day as a CCA wherever you're located.
Yes.
All right, so anybody out there, is this happening at your place? Continue talking. Go ahead.
Okay. So with them cutting us, they're pushing the regulars come in at 8, those that make it to work.
Right.
Shade. But here's the thing, right? So if we come in at 10, there's no way that we can case an entire route.
Okay.
Load up and then be back by the time the truck is ready to leave.
What time is that?
The truck leaves at 6 p.m. every night.
Okay, so that's supposed to be 8 hours right there.
No. So if we come in at 10 and the truck leaves at 6, we're down to 6 hours.
My math says 9 to 5 is 8 hours, 10 to 6 is 8 hours, but I guess you guys get the time taken out for your lunch.
Right. So no, they want us off the road. So the truck leaves at 6. I'm sorry. The truck leaves at 6, but they want us off the road at 4:30.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you get your mail all delivered?
That's the thing. So what's been happening is the regulars been milking the clock. So they leave late. They come back really late.
Okay.
We're sent to help them, okay? And then they rush us back. Now, what happens if we come back after 4:30? They take us off the schedule for the next day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I'm reading that they're cutting back hours in other parts of the country as well. But one of the knowledge seeker there said that it is summertime coming and the mail is getting lighter. And typically they do this every year. They cut the carriers back. But I mean, that sounds so unrealistic. Do you get to finish your route?
I mean, listen, we had a choice. They gonna let me finish it or I'm bringing the mail back.
Oh.
It's one or the other.
Mm.
But here's the thing, right? So who cases the route for us to take out? Is it the regulars that's going to now get overtime, 2 extra hours for casing up those routes?
Oh, so you come in and the route is already cased?
It will be cased for us, yes. Mm-hmm.
So regulars don't like casing their own stuff. I mean, I don't see a regular casing somebody else's route, and I don't think a clerk is
allowed to case.
Right. I don't even think clerks know how to case. But again, I don't know much about, that whole casing thing. But
yeah. So no, yeah, the regulars on the overtime desired list, they'll be casing the routes, and when we come in, we'll either carry the route that for people that have called out, or they'll split all the routes up and give us like 2, 3, 4 splits each.
Oof. No double casing over here. At time speaking as a regular. Okay. Yeah. Some people, again, this is where you're located, and I know where you're at, but other people don't. But what I'm reading is, other people are saying that's not happening at their place. They are saying that their hours are getting cut back, but I just can't see a regular wanting to do extra work unless they're on the overtime desired list, and that's pre-tour. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, shit. So how many hours do you end up getting for the week?
Listen, so they had this big meeting. All the supervisors stayed back today. And they had this big meeting. The only reason I kind of know what's going on is because I be minding my business and being nosy at the same time. And,
that's an oxymoron.
So I was just, hanging around, and I don't have a bad rapport with management. So they drop a little tea every now and then.
Okay.
But they don't appreciate it either, because here's the thing: so many regulars call out. Now they're faced with how are they going to get this mail out? And I know that mail is slowing down in some places. But today alone, I had 4.5 trays of mail. 4.5.
Okay.
Today was supposed to be it's not a Monday. You know what I mean? Monday I had 5.5, 6.
Okay.
Almost 6 trays of mail. You know what I mean? So it's slowing down in some places. It's not really slow. It's not slow yet here.
Okay. Yeah, so that was one of my things. I know that mail slows down a lot around the country. In my plant, I know that they had lighter volume, and I know these things just because I know what the truck drivers take out in the morning and what I pick up in the evening. Right. And I'm not trying to downplay or even say that, you're making this up, because you won't be called pissed like this. Right. But this is more so just to put the information out there to see if other people are experiencing the same thing you are. You speaking about cases of mail and casing and trays, that's like speaking Chinese to me, and I don't understand none of that stuff. I know how to pick up mail and drop mail off. Other people that are watching me do understand it though. So, when they chime in, I'm glimpsing at their comments, and seeing how that plays out. But again, what I'm reading is Mother's Day. Now, I know that my ex-wife just told me she had a major Mother's Day rush yesterday and today, but I don't know how that affects you on your end.
Well, normally packages have been kind of slow. Okay. Even this week being Mother's Day, I literally only had about 80 packages today. Okay. I had a lot of mail, mostly advos but at the end of the day, I really only had about 80 packages. Nonetheless, how do they think we're going to survive with our hours being cut? It's like, and I feel like they're forcing us in a corner. You know what I mean?
I do understand. So you're like the 8th person I spoke to this week about that. And again, I'm not downplaying it. And I went through a very similar, scenario when I was, my early years as a truck driver at the post office. And it was hard. I had to do Uber and all kind of other foolishness. I'm not saying that's an option for you. But again, I kind of, this community that we have here kind of tells you whether or not, it's just the area you're in or if it's just the overall country thing. I know Knowledge just said that, it is summertime, and that I agree with. It is summertime and things are slowing down. But somebody in Utah just talked about they were getting 110 hours. Find another job, not worth the hassle. But when you're this deep in, you don't really want to, you don't want to just.
No, like people are leaving left and right. Regulars are leaving, honestly.
Regulars.
Left and right, at my station. A lot of them are tired of the changes right now, honestly. So I started at number 16. I'm already number 7 on the seniority list. So it's moving really quickly. You know how long I've been there. So it's moving really quickly.
Right.
I'm just, holding on financially. We got to make it shake. That's the name of the game, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm already dog tired after leaving there. You know what I mean? Yeah, yes, you have to do what you have to do, but I feel like, are you going to pay a regular 2 hours of overtime when you can pay me just 1 hour? Like that, the math is not mathing if it's about saving money, right? Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know how they I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they do this.
Yeah. So that's what but let me tell you, I'm going to update you tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Because I'm sure they're going to have a service talk because a lot of CCAs were pissed. So they're saying the only way we could come in at 8 is if we have a hold down. Okay?
All right.
So I'm going to update you because I'm sure the service talk is going to be a little spicy. Okay?
Oh. Well.
So I'm gonna text you in the morning. I'm gonna see if you could just listen in a little bit so you can hear what's going on.
You want Jay to be nosy too?
Yeah.
I think I could do that.
Mind your business, Bobby and nosy. Yes.
What someone just wrote, right? They said, let me see. Hold on. They said, find out who is casing, and if it's not a carrier and it's someone in management, file a grievance so you and all the other carriers can get paid for whatever management or someone outside the craft.
Gotcha.
So that does make sense. Yeah. If you do actually, go in there and sit down for a little while, you know what I mean? Just sit. Say, hey, I'm here early. I came, whatever, and just watch, observe. That is an excellent. That's excellent advice.
Yeah, definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, definitely. and then at that point you got to see whether if your union person is gonna step up and try to help you, because that's key. If the union knows that management is casing your routes, well, that's an issue. That's a major issue.
Yeah. So let's see what they say tomorrow. But I could tell you that the managers that were left in the office today were absolutely upset. Okay. And the CCAs that were coming in off the street, because of course we had to maintain and be off the street at 4:30. And they are very upset, very, very upset. People have weddings to pay for, mortgages to pay for, you know, so they're upset.
How many hours are you saying you'd average right now?
So last week I pulled in 49 hours, which wasn't too bad.
That's
right?
for a week?
Yeah.
1 week?
Just for last week.
Okay.
Yeah, last week. So for the last pay period, it was 98 hours.
So
which is not bad.
You still getting overtime.
Yeah, but now let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Like initially we were all up there for 8 o'clock for tomorrow.
Oh.
Came back in the office, everything changed to 10 o'clock.
So I don't know if anybody that's watching did see what DeJoy said yesterday, just so you guys know. He didn't meet his budget goal and he needed to find ways to cut a few more, a billion or something. So I'm sure he's going to target and aim at us and our overtime as well. So that's probably going to be down the pipe. I'm sure that they had the service talk with the way upper management that passed it down, and it trickles right down to the plants and the stations. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, they're going to try to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze.
Yeah, but paying somebody overtime that's like $50-something an hour, depending what table they're on,
right,
as opposed to paying me $19.33, makes no sense.
Post office don't make sense.
Well, you're right about that. But thank you so much for giving me some airtime, Jay.
Absolutely.
I'm going to text you tomorrow.
Okay.
When I walk in the office, I'm going to be there early. And if they're going to hit a service talk, if you hear just swooshing, you in my pocket, okay?
Okay. I like to be nosy with some things.
All right. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, dear. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
That was it. That was it. Nice. All right. I got a clear line. So the next person that wants to call in, feel free. Feel free to call in. I can't see none of these damn. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's the sucky part here. I'm looking at it like, you know, it doesn't seem beneficial, you know, for anybody that's trying to make a living. There's too many people out here trying to survive, and if it's horrible, man, because everybody's, you know, they're texting me, hey man, my hours got cut, my hours got cut, my hours got cut. And if your hours are getting cut, how do you survive? How do you live? How do you live? You know, and I don't know if the hold on, I got a call coming in. I don't know how you live if you're not making money. Good evening. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good evening.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm well. You don't say your name, and we all right with that. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. My name is Mike.
That's all you need to say, Mike.
No, man, what's good? I just want to say thank you for, you know, the information you put out there for everybody. It truly helped me when I was going through my process of getting into the post office. So, you know, the content is strong, and I appreciate it, man.
Hey, no, I appreciate you calling in, brother. I appreciate it. As long as you staying in and staying strong and holding it down, that's what we all about.
Yeah, man, you know how it is. It's a grind, and I'm grateful for this job. Even though I'm calling because I called in on an annual tonight.
Okay.
Just didn't feel like dealing with the post office tonight.
Understood. Sometimes you need a break in the monotony.
Absolutely. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, share a little bit of my story. If it can help anybody, you know, it would be a blessing for sure.
Absolutely. You more than welcome. You want to chime in? You got something to say? There's people listening, brother.
Yeah. So, all right. Basically, I applied for the post office in July of 2022. I take that back. I applied in June of 2022 and got my offer job as an MHA like 1 month later.
All right.
And I originally, basically what happened was I was I moved to a state down south with my wife at the time, and just things didn't work out there, and we wound up separating and getting divorced. So
I know the pain.
moved back to New York.
Okay.
Moved back home with Mom Dukes, and that's like something that you don't want to do when you're 36 years old, you know what I mean?
Understood.
Yeah. So I applied for a job down here in the South as an MHA. I didn't want to do it up in New York. You're from New York, you know how it is. It's expensive as hell out there, and, money don't go very far out there.
Right.
So, anyway, I applied for a job out here, and I got the job offer, and it took about 3 months or so to get all the paperwork done, get all the legwork done, and what have you. And it worked out. I started off as an MHA in October, and
Okay.
I'll say this, man, it was a grind. It was a grind. My supervisor, she really put it on me, like... just telling me like, oh, you gotta go faster, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and she just was really on me on my first 90. But at the same time, Jay, I'm grateful for that and thankful for it because I'm not gonna take this job lightly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So no matter what, no matter how much I hated her, no matter how much I wanted to curse her out, I just put my head down and did what I had to do. Got through my 90, and it's been really good. They offered me, they converted me in March.
Nice.
March 25th.
Nice.
Yeah, so 5 months. Yep, 5 months into it, and it's been for the most part pretty smooth sailing, man. So it's really been a blessing for sure, man.
Okay, so we don't want to really hear from you because you ain't got no adversity. No, no, I'm just kidding, man. Going through a divorce is difficult. A lot of people don't they don't know how hard that is on the mentality, man. And congratulations for the conversion because we all strive to try to get converted. I mean, there's people here that are waiting just for 2 years. I went through 6 years or something before I got converted. So that's that's one of those things. Once you get there, it's like the motherland. You finally able to know that you're going to get your 40 and continue moving. And now that your career, the sky's the limit, I guess. Well, I don't want to say that too soon because so many changes, but you have the opportunity now to make moves. You know what I mean?
It's true. And it's funny because, when I applied for this job out here, I applied for it in the hopes of reconciling with my wife and what have you. And when I got the job offer, like a month after that, she just stopped all communication with me. So I was like, okay, she just stopped communicating with me, but I got the job, so I'm not going to turn the job down. So might as well go move on down south.
Man, people don't know, ladies don't know the pain that men feel. I remember I started my first day at the job, and that's the day that my wife left. But it ain't about me, brother. It ain't about me. You continued striving, and, you made it happen.
Yes, sir. And, you went through a similar situation that I went through as well, so, I take solace in the fact that there's another person out there that went through it as well and knows what the struggle is. And you being from New York or whatever, likewise, I'm from New York, and I'm so thankful to be out of there. I'll tell you that much. Man.
Yeah, people don't know what it's like. The grind is real, brother. The grind is real.
Oh my goodness, it is so real, and I would never, ever want to go back there, to live or anything like that, man. It's a disaster out there.
Oh, it's hometown for me. I got my family up there. I still love my New York.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I love New York too, but I love it from a distance now.
Ooh, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about my New Yorkers. I mean, it was rough when I was there, but it's getting better. It's getting better. As I got older, I love it to death, to a degree.
Yeah. Right, exactly. You always have love for it, and every now and again, I'll put on my music, and put back some New York nostalgia on there. So, I do miss it, but I don't miss it at the same time, if that makes sense.
Right, right. A lot of our people, that are going through these situations with the money issues and the hours getting cut, they're from up there as well. As the young lady that called me a little while ago, she's in New York. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, man. But I appreciate you calling in. I think I had somebody else try to call while you were calling. But you got my number. We will chat. Definitely will chat.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir, man.
Love you, Mike.
Good one, man. Take care.
Be good, brother.
All right. Take care,
and when
bro.
you get a chance, go back and read the comments while you were talking as well, because I don't know if you can see them. All right.
I got the TV on low right now, and I haven't looked at the messages yet.
Okay.
But just real quick, just to say to anybody that MHA or PSCs or what have you, man, just keep your head down and do what you got to do. Grind it out for those 90 days, and after that, it'll get easier. Trust me.
All right. There it is.
Okay.
Got this next call. Holler at you later. Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
It's your fellow friend up here from New York.
Oh, we got another New Yorker.
Well, I'm on the Hudson side, the Jersey side.
Oh, is this my friend, my friend?
That's right, your friend.
How you doing, brother?
Good. I called to let you know that I really do appreciate your info, bro. You're helping everybody keep motivated and stimulated and get that shmoney.
That shmoney. There it is.
Let me give you some FYI. I spoke to the HR department. They were telling me about, when you take the custodial position, you're pretty much locked in there. And if you were to apply to another state, it really sets things back for them. So I ended up deferring again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They told me to wait until like 3 weeks or so to where I'm officially finished, and then I can go ahead and start with them in the near future. But to take anything now would just really set things back.
Oh, you didn't text me this yesterday or this morning or today?
No, I didn't have a chance. I was working and it was too late. But now that I see you're live, I figured I'd give you a holler.
Oh, okay. All right, so you guys get that. If you accept a custodial position, don't apply to other states and everywhere else, because apparently something happens in HR and it sets it off.
Right, and the same thing. If you look at the application, when the posting itself, and that fine line at the bottom, last line says about if you are a career employee, you cannot reapply to or cannot apply to any postal position that's
on that site.
Another career.
Right on that site. Correct. Okay.
Right. That sets you back.
Oof. Ooh. Okay.
And,
well, you and I.
That's about it, really.
You and I will have a conversation tomorrow when I'm at work. If you got some time.
Absolutely. Anytime, my friend.
All right. I appreciate you.
You have a good night.
You as
yes,
well.
Sir.
You as well.
Bye-bye. Yep.
All right. So we back at it. So I want to address one of the comments that I read a little while ago. And this comment is about the air to surface. So when I was behind the scenes, and because I'm in transportation logistics, just as the individual said, I don't believe it's a different class of mail. Things will be traveling ground. Here goes. We used to have postal planes way back in the day, and then they decided they were too expensive, so we started using FedEx planes, UPS planes. Hell, we put mail on JetBlue. This is true. Any plane, they book space for our mail. That's how it works. The post office utilizes anything in the air. I didn't know this till about maybe a month and a half ago. What about Inspector? I was thinking about moving to Connecticut and leave the mail carrier. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go become an inspector. You got to be under 36. So it costs us money because we're using other people's planes, and they only allot us a certain amount of space as well. And we have to make sure that we get our mail to those planes on time, which is where the domino effect comes in. And, oh, just wait 3 minutes. We got 5 carriers left. The truck don't get back to the plant the truck leaves late. Don't get back to the plant on time. Doesn't convert the mail that's at the plant to get on the other truck that's going to the airports. That's how the whole domino effect is. So you'll have a bunch of mail that missed planes that we paid for the space for. Behind the scenes stuff that you guys ain't know. Not all the mail, but a majority, like the priority. So it'll go from surface truck to air onto like maybe a big spot in let's say Memphis. And then in Memphis, then it'll shoot out. This is going to Carolina. This one's going to go to Kentucky. This one's going to go to Chicago. So that's how they part it out. But the majority, the quickest part of the trip gets it there. And when it lands, it's going to get to the facility, the receiving facility, within a day. That, and if it misses it, then it's just sitting. That's where the delays in your mail comes from. So now the Joy's mindset is a majority of the mail is just going to go surface because it's cheaper to get on one truck, point A to point B. Now they got truck drivers that are contractors. They got the teams. All right, you know what? You guys are going to go from, New York to Texas nonstop, and you'll get there in a day and a half if you got 2 drivers, versus New York, JFK, down to Tennessee, then across to Texas. You understand what I'm saying? So it's saving money, but there's always delays in surface transportation. All right? So that's what it is. Was that MH and DFW? Thank you. Every cancellation delays mail. Yes. Is a planter station better for labor or custodian? Hell, if I had the chance, and I applied for one as well, custodian. If I had the chance, I would do it at a station. Honestly, that's just me. It's 85. I got as good as 79. I'm regular now. Connecticut. Just going back. We love New York City. New York City loves you too, Missy. What else we got here? Any word on what's going on in Hobbs, New Mexico, with the clerks and mail handlers walking out? No. Hell, tell me about it. New Mexico with the clerks and mail handlers walking out? See, you supposed to be calling me, Johnny. I want to hear the tea. I didn't know that. I know that they did a walkout in Texas. But that's nice. I gotta watch what I say. That's a shame. No, you know what? It happened. If it happened, there was a reason for it. Hell, mail handlers walked out. People get fed up. They get fed up. You can only but step on somebody's neck for so long. Would it be a good idea to go to a station and introduce myself? No. No. Why would you go to a station? You have to apply. You gotta apply. They'll set you they'll set you up. COVID really showed how vulnerable we were, relying on airship mail by others, so we changed. Yeah. It was just one of these things where they started hiring people, these network people to see, and they just collect data. That's all it is, collecting data. When one truck leaves here, they want to know when it arrives at the next spot. It is all with the scanning, how much is fitting on a truck, everything. It's just so much data they collect. All right, unless you're going to be working at the station, then no. Right. Yeah, if you applied, that's one thing, but you can't just walk up to a station and introduce yourself because they'll not know who you are. You just got to wait and go through the process. I don't blame them if they keep walking out. Just put in the work. There it is. Put in the work. Put in the work. All right, I don't want to make this a long, drawn-out thing. Does anybody else want to call in? They tell you to apply online. I do have a video coming up. I was going to post it, probably tomorrow. I'm talking to 2 other people Is your ex-wife have some Jamaican roots? No, she has some Southern roots. Not Jamaican. Is your ex-wife have some Jamaican roots? No. Edwards, that's a Jamaican last name, Edwards. I know that. We need to know how to stand up for one another crossing crafts. Everyone needs to talk. Call Jay to expose your union issues. Exactly. Union issues. Mail by train. I don't know if you talking about funny guy. Missy Henny. Missy is on here. Ex-wife is on here. Missy Henny is my ex-wife. And she knows she's not Jamaican. I don't even know what she is, honestly. She's Chicagolandian and Southern and New Yorkian. Mail by, I have Edwards in my family. I have Edwards in my family as well. We might be related, hell. Mail by train, I think they have very rare. They'll have mail on train. They'll have like magazines that travel, if that. There's agree to no strike clause. You talking about shaking your head 21 years later? 21 years later, find out what? Yeah, well, you know, I can't fuss about the whole no strike clause. You know, I don't know. I don't even want to address that because people start emailing me, you better watch what you say about striking. Yeah, but they were out there protesting. And, you know, I want one of the guys that was protesting, he's supposed to email me. I wanted to really talk to him about that, to see how much they accomplished. And that crossing crafts thing is serious. And here goes my small rant while you said the crossing crafts thing. So I'm talking to somebody in a different state. And they say they back up to the dock. Just from my perspective, they back up to the dock and they were told not to touch anything in the trailer, right? Right. They allow the mail handlers to go in a trailer, offload it because the mail handler's job is to do the mail handler work. They offload it at their pace and they move the stuff down. They let the driver know, okay, we're done with your truck. You can pull it out. That's what I thought it was supposed to be. Unfortunately, it's not nationwide that way, which boggles my head because now the truck drivers, we got to go and move stuff off of trailers. We're physically moving the stuff off of trailers. We're physically loading the stuff on trailers. We're getting the stuff off the dock and we're moving on the trailers. And then our mail handlers turn around and file a grievance for us doing their work, but they don't schedule enough mail handlers during the times we're there to load our trucks for us, which is like counterproductive. It's almost like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I got to get the mail out. I got to get the mail off my truck, but there's never anybody there to do it. So you're kind of stuck. But I don't understand why the mail handler union as a whole doesn't say, you know what, this is it. Nationwide, truck drivers, you don't touch the mail, move the mail around the building. That's our job. You're a truck driver, tractor trailer operator, not a mail operator, tractor trailer operator. You move that truck from here to your stations, period. That's what you're supposed to do. I heard years ago they used to have mail handlers at the station. Blew my head. There's somebody that probably knows that. But now, you know, and it's like, damn, I got to get the mail out. I got to get to the station on time. And the crazy thing is that if I don't get the mail on the truck, get the mail out and depart on time, then I get in trouble. And this is where I was talking about those false numbers. Because if they had a mail handler, even if they had one, and got to load all 20 of our trucks, we'll never depart on time, right? Right. That would require them to bring more mail handlers in if they were going to do the mail handler work. We're talking about my place. Now, other places, they have that. And they also have the people that stand on the dock that designate the drivers to do what they need to do. I forgot they call them. They like out of the clerk craft. And they scan the stuff and they scan us depart and arrive. We have to do it ourselves in my place. Other places, they don't allow you to do it. I'm talking to another driver who works in my place now. He's like, man, we're not allowed to scan in and out at our place. They didn't want us doing it. You know, so it's like they got to do a blanket all over the country. They just have to say, hey, this is this is that. Period. You know, clerks at the station, at the plant, I heard that they don't have enough mail handlers, and the clerks at the plant now have to go get their own trays to load. I don't know what the clerks do they have to get their own trays, find their own trays and bring them to them. That's a mail handler's job. Why are they doing that? You know, and why can't the mail handler union, if you guys really, you know, trying to put it in there, you really want the work and the people there, yo, stop doing it. No, period. And if people stop doing other crafts job, it will slow down the operation until you get a mail handler in there to do that work. Now, once a mail handler is assigned to that job, here's the funny thing. The mail handler actually has to do it. So you don't fight for a position and then don't do it, because I got mail handlers at my place that will sit, do nothing. No, the video ain't even broken. I'm trying to emphasize nothing. You see me? Nothing. And I'll be like, yo, my man, this pallet is like 3,000 pounds, dog. Can you load it in the trailer for me? And I ain't supposed to be on the forklift. I'm on break. Well, where's the other one? Everybody on break. So I gotta load this on my truck? Y'all is tripping right now. And this is unfortunately what goes on nationwide at select plants. And we don't have 1 million plants. They can easily rectify plant work and say, that's like me walking up to a damn, one of those machines and start ripping it apart and fixing one of the things. What are you doing, driver? Well, I'm fixing the machine. Hell, get an electrician to go move my tractor trailer. It doesn't make sense to me. And why isn't the union stepping in and saying, yo, don't do that, period? But, you know, what expediter, that's the word. Expediter. Where the hell are expediters at? We don't have expediters at my plant. None. They set the tables up for them. We got none. No expediters. I had people come from different states to my plant and look at the way things happen. They're like, what is this craziness? I got a driver right now. Like, yo, I ain't accustomed to this. Because the work, I understand MOUs where they say, okay, this is specific for this place. This is specific for that place. But one contract on job duties for mail handlers, one contract job duties for clerks, distribution. If the work doesn't change nationwide, why are they not saying, hey, enough is enough? Even though I'm underneath the APWU, I can't go back and get on a DB machine. I don't know what the hell to do. All y'all be losing your mail. I can't do it. I can't call somebody, the supervisor of the DB machine, and come and move my tractor trailer. You can't do it. So why are they allowing the small stuff? See, small stuff start adding up to big stuff. And then when you say to the union people, yo, why was oh man, you know, that's what the management want. Man, fight, say no. Tell them you can't say, oh, well, management tells you to do something, do what they tell you, and we'll file a grievance later. I don't accept that, because they'll continue to do it. I remember having an argument about somebody at a station, a clerk, full-time clerk, and they tell her to go clean the bathroom because we don't have a custodian here. What? Slap you upside the head. You tell me what? To clean the bathroom? Nah, dog, I feel sick. I got to go home. But they were threatening because that was a direct order. Huh? And then the T7 was also a union clerk who's like, hey, you got to go do it. Wait, you my backbone. You my lawyer. You supposed to be fighting for me. See, Jay got issues right now. Jay got issues. I'm going to just shut my mouth. Anyway, not going to change until management gets its act together. Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't see all these damn calls. Oh, man, I am so sorry. Ooh, missed calls. I was rambling. I apologize. I was rambling. Let me get one more in there. Oh, man. Salty Silver. Okay, I don't know what your number started with, but I'm going to call the last one back. They just called me. Boom, boom, boom. Mail carrying. Where the hell? I'm gonna get one more in here. I don't know who this is, but I'm calling it back. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting, State. What you got? Who you with? Then I want to answer the phone for the boy. Who no want to answer the phone for the boy? Call off the next one. All right. Call off the next one. Oh, I know where this place is. All my exes live in Texas. See? How you call it? There we go. Boom.
Hello?
You're on live with JH. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
All right.
Who are you? Silver stacking or?
Do what? No. Yeah, is me.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, maybe, possibly.
Do what?
I said, yeah, no, maybe, possibly.
Oh, yeah, might be.
All right. So you want to chat with us for the day? What's going on?
No. Yeah, carrier, 8 years in, regular.
Okay. Well, we thank you for your service. How's things?
Thank you.
How have things changed, sir?
Good. I'm actually in El Paso, Texas, where all this stuff's popping right now.
Is there a lot of movement?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, a little bit. I don't know, man. The way you talk about stuff, like my station's not that bad. I got really good management. I got really good carriers. Everybody gets along. It's a really good environment.
Well, I know a little bit about the country. El Paso is right there at the border. You're like mile marker 10 from the next state over, and it's a very small town, right?
No, it's not that small, but yeah, if you look up the news right now, you're gonna see us all over the place.
So what's going on there?
Oh, just the migrant surge, man. Title 42 is gonna end, so we got all that coming out here. We got a bunch of people coming over.
Right. Yeah, you're right at the border. I used to hang out. Yeah. Anyway, those were younger days. So did you have any feedback? You wanna share some knowledge with with your postal family?
Yeah, you know what? Like, everybody's starting out. I see in the chat, it's a lot of new people that are starting out. You know what, guys? It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck in the beginning. It is. It's gonna be rough. But once you make it, trust me. That's why I don't know if you notice, I always comment in your videos. It gets better, guys. It gets better.
Yeah.
Once you convert, you just gotta put that work in. Man.
You got a nice little town though. I've been to Laredo. El Paso a few times.
Yeah.
Actually, my youngest son, his caretaker, she's from out there. She's actually coming back. She loves the area.
Oh,
nice area. Well, I appreciate. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, it's good stuff out here, man. It's like I come from a family of carriers. My mother-in-law was a clerk. My father-in-law was a carrier. They both just retired. And I remember, like, I'll say one thing that makes a lot of sense to me now. My father-in-law told me it takes about 5 years or so to get used to this job. And I was like, what? 5 years? But
yes.
Yeah, I'm 8 years in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm finally starting to get used to this job. Like, okay, I get it now. You know?
Yeah, it's not an easy task.
Yeah, the culture, just the way things work, like, yeah, all the changes that constantly happen. Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate you. I'm gonna jump into my next call. I really appreciate you chiming in. And if you ever see anybody in the comment section that they're not confident or whatever, whatever they're going through, obviously just give your feedback. Sometimes people, they don't want to hear from Jay all the time. It's good to hear from other people, like-minded people. They can relate a little bit better.
Yeah, like I said, fellas and sisters, just put in the work. Just hang in there. It gets better.
All right. I appreciate you, and we shall chat again. If you ever need me, you got my number.
Right on. Likewise, my man.
All right. Have yourself a blessed rest of your evening.
Likewise. There.
All right, let's try one more again. Somebody trying to call me? Incoming call from, okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Howdy, Jay. How you doing?
What's going on?
Just calling in. Your last caller, he was pretty good. I liked him. He said the 5 years to get used to the job as a carrier. I would agree with that. I would say 2 years to get used to it.
Right.
5 years to perfect it.
Okay. To know the secrets to the trade, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It takes you a couple extra years. You can do the job after 2 years for sure. Perfect the job, but then get to the trade after 5 years. And that, I don't know, that last caller, he was good.
Nice,
What was
nice.
he? I forgot.
Carrier.
Letter carrier? Or
Yeah, letter carrier, 8 years.
Okay. Yeah, and that's same for the rural side. That's what I would have to say. And then, I was wondering how your schedule with the trucks has been affected by DeJoy.
It doesn't affect me so much. I do the pickups in the evening from the stations. So, I'm pretty set on time. But as far as the morning is concerned, the morning when the guys go out for dispatch, we have set times when we deliver. Sometimes things come in a little bit heavier. So they have their first dispatch was always full and heavy because that's the first one in the morning. Second dispatch, it may be a little lighter, almost non-existent. And then their third dispatch, a lot of the times it's late. It's a lot later, and they have issues getting it out on time, whether it's a machine breaking or the connecting trucks that bring the mail in. It doesn't get there in time for them to process it and get it out on time. So there are a lot of different factors. And I know that the I think it was Monday, the plant manager had some, strong words for a lot of the people at the plant, and I think a lot of people just purposely slowed down, which was comical.
That happens. Yeah, that happens.
And that created a major domino effect. So
Oh yeah, that will.
right down to the
100%.
carriers. Yeah, right down to the carriers.
Yep.
But
And we try and I want to stand up. I was the one that said I want to stand up for all the unions on the chat.
right.
And I want to know how. Like, I know you try and get all the unions together.
Absolutely.
Try and bullshit or talk whatever about all the unions' problems. Every union has problems.
Mm-hmm.
And we all need to stand up for each other in other crafts. And if there's anything I can do for the APWU, which you're in,
Right.
I would fight for it. And then if I have a problem, I'm sure you'd stand up a little bit too. And the NR or the NALC or whatever it is,
National Association Letter Carriers. Yeah.
the city. Yep.
So
Yeah, I would stand up for them. I would stand up for all my brothers and sisters.
I get along.
I'm a rural carrier.
Okay. Yeah, I get along with all of them. So, I mean, I know I talk some trash about
So do I.
all of them, but at the same time,
Oh, yeah.
I'm good friends with, damn near every union person in my building. A lot of them give me the information. I've gone out a couple times with a few of them. And a lot of, the guys they'll tell me, hey, this is going on. And, we chop it up. I'm pretty harsh with them. I'm like, why the hell we ain't got no damn, mail handler assistants on my tour? They're like, oh, well, they don't want them on this tour because, the people were complaining about overtime. I'm like, but there's nobody here on our, it was foolishness. And I'm like, I got to do extra work because you guys don't want to have mail handler assistants on this tour. It doesn't make sense. So now I do the work and you guys file grievances. I'm not okay with that.
And And then the post office, they complain about overtime, yet they don't have enough staffing.
There it is. Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Well,
I mean, you know, you got to have staffing to not get so workers don't hit overtime, because otherwise who's going to do the work? Otherwise it's just going to sit there. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, a lot of the people that are working right now, they're short on hours. I know this is going on nationwide, unfortunately. And it's a lot of the assistants. They're having people go home with 20 hours for the week. So it's discouraging to a lot of people that are working. If you see for the last a month and a half, 2 months, you've only worked 20 hours per week. Right? And then you go and you look online and you see that they're hiring for more people in your same position. You're probably like, what kind of foolishness is this?
Oh,
You know, so
I gotcha.
it discourages people a lot.
I'm in a different area than you. I'm in a very rural, suburban, rural area.
Okay.
So we're hurting for assistance.
Okay. You are. You know, I went up there once to a mink farm. I know where you're located, I think.
But yeah, Tomahawk has a huge mink farm up there.
You're in the
And
cheese
actually,
state, right?
all them mink died.
You know, you're in the cheese state, right?
I'm on what?
You're in the cheese state, right? Wisconsin. Yeah. I remember going up there and going to a mink farm. It was the nastiest thing I ever experienced in my life.
Oh, that fucking! I'm sorry for the language, but that stinks.
Horrible.
Yeah, they are awful.
Yeah,
that's worse than pigs.
Yeah.
No, I hope more people call in and just express their views about their union, and so that everybody can hear it.
Yeah, I mean, because enough people
saying?
watch. I know that a lot of the union people that I know for a fact my people watch, but they need to hear it. They need to hear how people, feel, because if they read enough of the comments, it's split right down the middle. We have people that swear by the union. We people that can't stand the union. I always say the union is necessary to keep this balance. I believe that they can fight harder, and sometimes I feel like they're fighting for the wrong cause and the wrong people. But overall, without them, it would be pure mayhem.
To me, it depends on the union.
Yeah.
I don't think the rural carrier union is going for the right cause right now.
Woo! Yeah, it's a rough scenario there. Touch that one.
I don't know. I'm not gonna bash him or anything, but I just don't. It's not going the right way, I don't think. But I hope other people chime in, give you a call, and so we can hear voices.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to shut it down in about 2 minutes here, because I see the time and I see the how long I've been on here. I don't want to bore people, but I definitely appreciate you calling in. You have my number, and you're more than welcome. I'll send you a text the next time I do a live.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate everybody that called in.
Yep, I would like that, because my YouTube doesn't tell me when you go live, even though I hit the bell.
Yeah, it's just a random thing for me. I just, some people call me, hey man, you on live tonight? I'm like, I guess, if I have my day off and I'm not doing anything, then yeah, I'll get on and chat and kind of give a little bit of what I've heard in the last day or so.
Yeah, just shoot me a text going live. That's all I need.
Okay.
And then I'll hop on real quick and watch.
All right. Well, we appreciate you.
Yeah, nice talking to you again.
All right. Have yourself a great rest of your evening.
All right, everybody like, comment, subscribe to JH.
Thank you.
Buddy.
Have a good one. All right. Well, all right. Did I miss anything? What'd I miss? Thank you for the live chat. Ooh, you all right. No problem. Thank you, Otis, for sending me that information. If anybody wasn't here in the beginning, just rewind it to the beginning. We spoke about the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, with the hours getting transferred over. And yeah, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. The struggle is real. The fight is real. I got an interesting video coming out tomorrow. I just kind of mashed two together, but I spoke to a couple people, and I think you'll want to watch this one to the end because it's actually a little touching towards the end. You'll know what I'm talking about. I spoke to a few guys and just had like a powwow. But you guys have yourself a great rest of your evening. Can a CCA move from one office to another? My office sucks. I think they have something like that, but you have to, you know, you got to put in for a move. But that's all for the evening. I just wanted to, for sure, Stefan. That's how my brother spells his name as well, Steven. Did you miss the stream? No, stream is still going. Wide body Swift. All right. Regardless of mail handlers, biddy to dock level equipment operators. Counter tried to call. All right. Y'all have yourself a great rest of your evening. We out. Okay.